Good day to everyone out there in YouTube land. Today we're going to put a pause on ripping and reviewing new product to finally have a blind PSA reveal. I say finally because I submitted this 20 card submission back in the beginning of March, and we're in the beginning of June, so roughly it's taken 90 days. I want to say this is the fourth or fifth submission that I've sent out in the past year and a half to PSA, and this by far is the longest that I've waited. So let's see what we get here, okay? But before we get right into it, we do have our giveaway. Just a reminder that we're giving away thus far the following products, one in each sport, major sport. Top Series 1 Value Pack, the Totally Certified Blaster Box, which we just ripped on our previous video, and of course the always reliable Panini Revolution tin. Remember, in order to be eligible, simply be subscribed to the channel first and foremost, like this video, comment on this video, and share it with others. If you want, go ahead and hit that notification button so that you can be alerted whenever we have a new drop, and you'll increase your chances of winning our monthly giveaway. All right, so this is from PSA. We've got it here. We've got 20 cards. So this is a large submission. I had to do it to get it with the value, I guess, because they're not really giving that many decent specials, all right, that they used to. So this is like the value as a member in their PSA club that I get the card. I want to say I paid what? Let me look at it. I want to say $17 or $18 per grade, okay? Or per card, I should say. All right, did we get that? Roughly, yeah, I want to say about $17 or $18. Of course, you have to add the shipping and all that stuff, the tax as well. But this one, like I said, I saved by dropping it off. I thought was going to save me time as well, because in the past, it's definitely been a lot faster when I've dropped it off, but not this time. All right, so just so that you know, this is a mixture of some older baseball cards from the 80s and some basketball cards from the 90s, and of course, modern cards, which we pulled in the channel. So, you know, especially with the new standard where PSA now changed their standard for centering from 60-40 to 55-45, the expectations are, you know, we probably will not get a lot of gem mint 10s, okay? Especially those older ones. I don't really expect that. But for the modern ones, I'm hoping to get at least a 50% gem rate, but we'll see, okay? So we have to take that into account because we do have some older ones, which I am pretty confident are not going to get the gem mint 10 rate. Okay, so first card we have is this Victor. All right, so this is the Victor that we pulled. All right, if I'm not mistaken, this is the one from the Topps Midnight, okay? So let's see what we got. We got a 7, a Lunar Tide. Wow. This is a numbered card here, and we got a 7 on it. And it was numbered out of, what, 99. Not too cool. Wow, rough. Rough start, guys. All right, that goes all the way over there. Okay, so we have this one here. What's that? We already have a scratch going on there, okay? And this is a Caleb Williams. This was a more modern card that we pulled on our channel, and we got a 10. Yeah. But look, we've got a crack on this. All right, so I'm going to have to submit this back to PSA. What the heck happened here? Okay, so we have a 10 on this slab. All right, but it's got a crack. First time I've had something deficient or wrong with a slab that's been mailed back to me. Okay, here we go. So we've got this Keontae George. This was a Marvels, I believe. This was a case hit. We got a 10. There you go. So we got that. This is one of the older cards. This is a 90s Michael Jordan. Not really expecting much, but we got a 8. All right, on this Skybox Premium. All right, that's what you'd probably be expecting from some of these older cards, baseball, 8s and 9s, maybe some 7s, but not the Wemby one, right? Okay, here we go. This is a Jaden Daniels. I believe this is a Prism, and this should be the base card, and it is an 8. Wow, a little rough there, huh? Look at that. So we got 10s, we got 8s and 7s, and no 9s. This is the Joe Milton. All right, so this is the, I believe, the checkerboard that we pulled of Joe Milton, and we got a 9 on it. Black and white checker. Wanted a 10, but got a 9. So there's our first 9. So not looking too good, guys. All right, Jackson Churio. I believe this is a Topps Chrome. And we got a blue wave of a 9. Once again, we're getting crazy grades here. This is a Jaden Daniels, okay? This is a Prism, and I forget which one this is, and it is a 9 as well on the Emergent. So, not off to a good start, guys. We have a cracked slab, and we've got questionable grades. All right, Amen Thompson, I believe this is a holo, all right? I know he's stepped up his game. We got a 10 on the holo of Amen Thompson. All right, Karl Malone. Okay, so this is an 86 flare Karl Malone. You can see it's a little faded. 8, 7. We got an 8. Okay, there you go. Not too bad. Karl Malone on the 8. Weren't expecting much on that one. Ohtani. So I believe this is a 50-50 Ohtani that we pull. We're hoping for a 10. We got a 9 on the Aqua Refractor. Wow. And this one's numbered out of 75, and we got a 9. Wow. Tell me what's wrong with this, guys. Man, we needed a 10 on that one. Okay, so here comes some of our older cards here. All right, here we go. So this is a Ricky Henderson. I want to say 1981 Topps. We got a 6. All right, the card, yeah, 6 is rough. All right. I didn't expect a 10, but didn't expect a 6, okay? All right, all the way over there. So, wow. Okay, here we go. This is another Ricky Henderson, 1981, and we got an 8 on this one, okay? So the 8s are making their ways. This is a Shaq, old school, and mystery, we got an 8, okay? So getting a lot of 8s here, okay? Not surprised from the older ones. The newer ones, yes. Okay, here we go. So we've got this one. I believe this is the pink prism of Amen Thompson, and we get a 10. Okay, there you go. And this is a resurgence rookie of Bryce Young. Didn't have the auto graded because I know it's coming off the sticker a little bit, but we did get this card graded, and it's a 10. There you go. On the Bryce Young Topps Composite Auto. Okay, so Michael Penix. I believe this is the silver. We get a 9. Wow. Not too cool. Another Jaden Daniels. So the 10s slightly over the 9s, but we got 7s and 6s. All right, we have a Jaden Daniels on the base. This one's a 10. Okay. So here we go. We're down to our final 2. We got a Michael Jordan. All right, this was probably expecting an 8. We get a 9 out of this one. There you go, classic Michael Jordan look. And finally, we have a Barry Bonds. All right, so this is a Barry Bonds. Not expecting a 10 out of this one. This is the update of his rookie, and we get an 8 on this one. All right, so not surprised by the 8s. Surprised by this Wemby 7, though. Okay, and it's on a thicker... Trying to see if there's anything there. I mean, maybe the centering is off, but I know the surface of the card was clean. All right, it is in a thicker kind of slab there. Not surprised by the 9s and 8s of the vintage ones. Disappointed that the Penix got a 9. Shohei got a 9. What else? And this Joe Milton got us a 9. But, hey, that's PSA. This is our first grade. You know, it took a while, so I don't know if this guy was trying to shotgun this. And, you know, and we also got a damaged slab for the first time here. All right, that we're going to have to complain about. But there you have it, guys. Tell me what you think. of our PSA grade reveal. So not too good. All right, but there you have it. We'll have to deal with it. Out of our 20 grade review, we've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 out of 20 got PS Gem Mint 10. Okay, so that's low. That's what, 25% or so. All right, but there you have it. We knew we weren't going to be getting a lot of 10s because we had a lot of the older ones in the mix. But tell me what you think, guys. Are you submitting your cards to PSA? Are you going with SGC or another company? Let me know, but there you have it. Some of these cards will be up for sale on eBay. But nice little quick review. Tell me what you think. Comment below and enter our giveaway. Until next time.